What it means to be a vet. It's definitely something that comes along you think of after your time in service, not any time before. I know, like, speaking for myself and probably for a lot of fellows, we don't think about life after the service. So you've dedicated yourself to what you want to do for your country and for your communities, and you just do it. I know for myself, sometime afterwards, it took me several years to even recognize myself as a veteran. It took that long to realize that, wait, the service that I did was of equal importance to my grandfathers, my father, all those other people that came before us that actually did some form of service for the country as well. So it's nothing you think of ahead of time, that's for sure.
Well, for me, a veteran, being a first-generation Canadian would mean that being from Newfoundland and my parents being born in a country other than Canada, there's so many other repercussions. A long, proud history of service. For me, a veteran is anybody, to this day, that signs on to serve their country. Sorry, it's a bit heart-moving for me, gentlemen, but my ultimate aim every day was to support the warfighter from a background. And each day I did that job, I felt that I contributed. And to look at myself as a veteran compared to the older gentleman, different service, different time, but we all signed on to do the same thing. This is the first time in my life, 27 years of service and 5 years being retired, where I felt welcome where I come.
Yeah.
And sorry, guys.
No, Norm, honestly, listen, we care, and
Yeah.
that's, like,
But
we honestly do.
serving this great country has meant a lot to me. And it takes up my heart. And for each person that I helped in my career, by whatever role I've done, these gentlemen here have done a lot more than I have. But I've filled my role in my way. And I bleed Canadian red each and every day. I look at that flag, I appreciate it. And that won't change.
Probably the most powerful way I was probably ever thanked was indirectly. As far as the Afghan conflict, everybody had bad days over there for various reasons. It didn't matter what your role was. And we would get mail, and you'd get letters from kids from Canada. They could be third grade, they could be barely able to write or draw, and you're going through these and they're just not to anybody particular, and you're looking through that and you're like, all right, I can, like it was the pick-me-up you needed, and you're really literally ready to soldier on again. You're like, all right, we're going to get through this. There's people expecting you to come home, don't even know you, and they're thanking you, don't know your name, doesn't matter, they know there's Canadian soldiers abroad and they want them to do well and come home safe. That was just very moving for me, being deployed.
There's a patch on my back that says every day is Remembrance Day, and it culminates into the one day. We all remember every single day, both the service that we did, the comrades that we lost, and the comrades that we didn't know that we lost. But it culminates on the one day where we have that sense of duty and that sense of mission to go down to, whether it's local legion or it's your local arena, wherever it is, what community it is, it doesn't really matter. If you go down to those ceremonies and pay your respects, it's a sense of duty. It really is. It's a sense of duty for myself. I know it's a sense of duty for these guys, just as much as it is for everybody that's in this legion tonight. That we go down and we have that 2 minutes of silence, and we be humbled in the sacrifice that each one of those men and women gave for the freedoms that we enjoy in Canada. And after the ceremonies, we all come down here and tell stories and tell lies and talk about lots of different things, and some things that we won't talk about on camera. But but it's definitely it's a moving day for me every year, and I know it is for these guys just as much. We do it in our own way, but we're all there together.
Many of the people, both in the military and out, service community workers in the background. They'll do these volunteer activities. They'll be leaders within the community themselves. As such, Pat being the president of the Legion, Mike organizing the group, and another fellow veteran. I like you, I'm just in the background for the most part doing this, but we all feel that we have to do our part, whether we're in uniform or out. And that's one of the bonds that I share, and one of the things that makes Remembrance Day very, very poignant. Does for me anyway. Being here with these gentlemen is both a privilege and an honor.
No, it's likewise for us.
Yeah.